So I've shown you how to make a post. Now one of the last parts is putting an image on it. So I've actually got an image for this one already created, but I'll show you how I make one later. So what I now want to do is make the image match the alt tags that the post has. So I'm going to close this out. I'll grab these. I'll go set featured image, grab this one, paste in here, set featured image. Now this is important for social media sharing, especially because it comes up like this on Facebook or on Google Plus or something, so you need to have a featured image on your post. And I'll show you, it comes up on my website too. Now the key is I have the SEO green. So to me, this is what SEO is doing all of this stuff on the page. So I hit publish. Now let's show you what this looks like on my website. So I go view post. Now here I've got the video with the same image. I've got WordPress posting strategy, the title right here, and then I ask a question. And then I have the transcription from the first third of the video right here. So now I go back to my website and I'll show you in my recent post. This comes up in newest then. So you can see I did 4 of these a couple days ago. So now I have this new one. And this is a over 2,000 word post, so Google has a lot of content. Now all I have to do to share this, I go out here and I grab something. I grab a little bit I can copy and paste on it. So I grab this, I hit +1, I drop a comment straight in here above. I put the simple title right here. I don't have a huge following on Google Plus, but I've got a few hundred. But the only thing I care about is sharing this on Google Plus so that it gets indexed by Google right away. And now I can also quickly share this on Twitter. I just delete this because it's on my own Twitter account. I don't need to put @. And then I share it on LinkedIn real quick. And on the LinkedIn, I do the same thing. I paste this in here on this page. Share it on LinkedIn. And then I can do the same thing on Facebook. But what I'll do on Facebook instead is post it straight to my page. So I've got a giant Facebook page here. And so I go put the text in. I put the text in here, copy the link, paste. Now this is mostly on Facebook. It doesn't matter as much for getting search traffic or anything, but it does help Google to know. Google can see how many Facebook likes a page has. At least Alexa can see it, so I'd figure Google could see it too. So here I hit post right here, and so now the page is live on Facebook. It's live on Google, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So that I've covered the basics. So now Google knows where this post is. Google can go ahead and index it, and I've got a good user experience set up. When a user comes here and searches, they're likely to click on this video and take a look at it. Even if they skip around, even if they only spend a minute watching it, it's still likely to give Google a good user experience, and that's what they care about, is the user experience. So that's step 1. That's the first step on getting one of these posts done, and that's from start to finish. And I guess I'd say the second step is doing post 2 and then the next post, but that's all the basics then. I've got this up, it's on my website, and now all I need to do is repeat it a few times. So I'm going to go through and repeat it again. And the difference is this time I'm going to go in the middle of the document, starting here. It's important to make sure where you start from. So I start here, and I go down, and what I want to do is stop at about the right point in the document. So I've got a few thousand more words here. And because it's 7,800 and the last one's 2,200, I probably want to get to about 5,000. So I want to see where's a good stopping point here. And what I want to do is find something, a good point to stop. So this is 2,600, last one's 2,200. So I can scroll down a bit more. Let's see, 2,800. How's this? There, that should be good. Then maybe even go down to 3,000. There, 3,300. That's on a little bit of a long end, but that should leave around a couple thousand words left for the rest of the website. So that's what I want. So now I'm going to copy this. I'm going to drop it over on this first one. Let me just pull my Facebook page out of here and pull some of these other things out of here so that these aren't distracting me. So I've got this, and now what I want is to go copy the rest of it. Since I'm in the middle, I don't want to lose my place twice. I'm going to go copy the rest of this and do both of these posts kind of in tandem. So now this is another 2,200 word post. I go drop this over here. So there. Now you can see from the beginning I might want to figure out exactly what the hook is. So what keyword titles should match with what I've written about. Because I've picked keyword titles that are all, in my research, I picked all keyword titles that are about what I've written about. So it doesn't matter as much the actual unique words on the page, because I want to hit the title and match that to the words. But it does matter a lot to what the words start out as, because if someone does pick up reading there, I want them to be able to not be totally lost. And you'll see how I'll do it in the beginning. I'll throw a link to this back to this first post if someone wants to read start to finish. I'd rather have them read 2,000 to 3,000 word posts by keyword than to have one 7,800 word post on my website. Because for Google search, Google seems to like the 2,000 to 3,000 word articles. The 6,000 and longer word articles, it seems to be a bit convoluted with keywords. I haven't got as good of search results on those. So the sweet spot, the average #1 article seems to be 2,000 to 3,000 words, or even a little longer to like 4,000. I don't know where I saw that from, but I put that in my research, and man, that is spot on. So let's look at some of the keywords I have. And what I need to do is a quick little research. What is Google Hummingbird? Because I need to figure out how Google Hummingbird relates to what I'm talking about. Alright, so this talks about Google Hummingbird. What is Google Hummingbird? Alright, so Google Hummingbird, it seems to be more for these exact search results like I'm talking about. And so if you've noticed, this user experience Search Engine Land gave is pretty good. So now I'm just going to close this, and that tells Google I found what I wanted. So I'm making these articles to repeat the same results. So how to rank for Google with Hummingbird might be a good specific keyword, and maybe even include a couple of other Google updates. So let's see what other Google updates 2014. Let's see if there's other Google updates I could put on here that can help me. So Penguin 3.0, that might be a good one. And Panda 4.1. Though the problem with using those is, the problem with using things like that is they're less evergreen. So if my article says how to rank in Google Panda 3.0 and Penguin, then, you know, Panda 4.0 comes out, someone knows my article's out of date immediately. So I try to avoid that. But what I can do is lump all these together. And so even if it's just in the title, what I can do is how to rank in Google 2014, and then I can take some of these it might be too long of a title, so I might have to split this into two. So how to rank in Google 2014, then how to rank in Google, and then I might be able to do it that way. So how to rank in Google Penguin, Panda, and Hummingbird I have copied over here. The thing is, you only get so many titles though, and so there's one related to the year, so that's short enough to go in for the year. Now, let me see if I can put pluses in these. There, now that works. Alright, so that's a very specific keyword I've got. So I'm looking for people who are frustrated with just trying to rank in Google regular, and then put that. And now, and this one I can expand my term out to how to rank in Google in 2014 and 2015. So then my article has a bit longer value to it. And then I like to put things like what works for me. So that way people know I'm already doing this right. I'm already doing this right. So I want them to click on my article. So there, I've got a nice juicy post, how to rank in Google in 2000, what works for me. And now this one, how to rank in Google Penguin, Panda, and Hummingbird. So these are two unique titles. Even though the content is largely the same, I'm aiming at two different specific keywords. And that's the magic of what you want to do. You want to rank, you want to aim carefully at the exact keywords you want to take. So these are the keywords I'm trying to take. These are my keywords that I want. So I'm aiming at them. I want people searching for exact things like this. I want these exact searches. And then what I can do is I put this content strategy up here so that when people search, they see what I'm doing. They see my strategy that I'm making on my website that already works for me. So that's what I want them to see, is this video. And now what I need to do is introduce the title. So I have to start off by introducing the title. So I put the title up big. Now, this is where I go back and link to part 1. So you can see what I've done. It's the 80-20 rule applied to articles like this. The most important part of the article is the very beginning. Since I already have a video up there, which I'm now going to put in here. Since I already have a video up here, what I need to do is sell them on why they should read this or why they should stay on this page. So I've tried to do that. And I'm going to save this as a draft so I don't just lose it. And so I get my keywords out here. And now all I need to do is keep the Google here, and I will delete that. So then the URL is shorter, because this, what works for me is making a clickable URL. Same as down here. And so what I want to have a clickable URL, but the only thing I really care about is the first keyword in here. So that's all I've kept in the URL. And having an exact match is the easiest way to go. And now I paste this in here, see how to rank in Google, and based on what is already working for me. Alright, so now again, I've written this with a sales-based approach. Now I need to trim a couple of the keywords. Take out what is working for me. So now I've used up this meta description space. There we go. So what I do is I've got that down. Now for this, it might be easier to just do a screenshot for the actual post title. So the last thing I need is an image for this. So I need an image. I've got everything else but an image on this page. So now I just want to show my traffic. Let me zoom in on my traffic. And just zoom in here. And then I just need, so I'm going to zoom in on this and just print screen it. And that's all I have to do then, is drop that into the post title. So I'm not actually going to show that, since I can't print screen while I'm making a video due to my button setup. I could work around it, but I'm just going to show you that. And then I will publish this post on my website, and I will publish the next post on my website, and I will share them the same as I did on this one on social media. So then, instead of having one new 2,000 word post today from this one hour video I did, then I have 3 2,000 plus word posts on my website, all aiming at specific keywords. And then all I have to do is be right and actually rank in one of them. And all I have to do is have one of the pages jump into these top pages, and I'm in great shape. I'm getting more clicks then every month.